there's a piece of advice every Web3 founder gets about smart contract security. Audit before you launch. Sounds obvious. It's the standard playbook. And don't get me wrong, it's the fastest way to waste your entire audit budget and still ship a vulnerable protocol. Some founders audit too early, and the audit covers code that doesn't even exist by launch day. Others audit too late, and critical bugs surface after users are already at risk. Either way, you paid for a document that doesn't actually protect you. I'm Carlos, founder of Zealynx Security. We've audited over 41 protocols, and in the next 9 minutes, I'm going to give you the exact framework I use with every client to figure out when an audit should actually happen. By the end of this video, you'll know the 3 timing mistakes that cost founders the most money, the 5 questions to ask yourself before booking an audit, and why doing the right thing at the wrong time might be the most expensive mistake in Web3 security. Stay with me. This one matters. Real quick before we dive in. If this is the kind of video that would have saved you $10,000 a year ago, hit the like button. It tells YouTube to show this to other founders who need it. Moving on, here's the first thing nobody tells you. There is no universal right time to audit. Most YouTube videos will tell you, audit before you launch, always. That's lazy advice. The real answer depends on your specific situation, and the wrong answer for one protocol is the right answer for another. But getting it wrong is expensive, like really expensive. Let me show you the 3 mistakes I see most often. Mistake 1. Auditing too far in advance of launch. I see founders book audits 4 to 6 months before they plan to ship. Sounds responsible, right? Wrong. Because in those 4 to 6 months, you're going to add features, refactor things, change the architecture. By the time you launch, the audit covers maybe 60% of the code that's actually running. The other 40% completely unreviewed. You paid for a document that's already half obsolete. Your audit should end as close to launch as possible, 1 to 2 weeks before, not 4 to 6 months before. Mistake 2. Auditing while your code is still actively changing. I cannot tell you how many founders try to start an audit while their team is still pushing features. It happens constantly. Here's the problem. You can't audit a moving target. The auditor finds a bug in version A, you ship version B that changes that whole module. Now the finding is irrelevant. You're paying for a study of code that doesn't exist. Code freeze first, audit second, always in that order. Mistake 3, and this is the killer, auditing exactly once and shipping. If your audit ends, you ship and you never audit again, you're missing the entire point. The original audit covered the code at one moment in time. Every change after that moment is unreviewed. 6 months later, after dozens of upgrades, that single audit means almost nothing. Audits are not a checkbox, they're a process you repeat. Plan for re-audits. Plan for bug bounties as ongoing coverage. Don't treat the first audit as the only audit. Now, here's the framework. 5 questions. Answer them honestly, and you'll know exactly when to audit. Pay attention to this. This is the part most founders never get told. Question 1. Is your code feature complete? Feature complete means you've decided what your protocol does at launch, and you've built it. No major features left to add. No, we'll add these later placeholders that turn into real code mid-audit. If yes, you're ready. If no, wait. Question 2. Can you commit to a 3-week code freeze? The audit needs frozen code. Can you actually stop pushing changes for 3 to 4 weeks? If your team is mid-sprint with deadlines, the honest answer is probably no. Wait until you can freeze. Question 3. Do you have at least 70% test coverage? If your own tests don't cover most of your code, the audit will find a flood of issues that you could have caught yourself with basic testing. That's a waste of audit budget. Run your tests, get coverage up, then audit. Question 4. Have you allocated budget for fixed verification? Most audit firms include a fixed verification round, but it requires your team to actually fix the issues and ship them back for review. If you don't have engineering bandwidth post-audit to fix things, the audit is wasted. Budget for fixes, not just the audit itself. Question 5, and this is the most important one. When are you launching? Work backwards from your launch date. A typical audit takes 3 weeks. Fixed verification takes 1 to 2 weeks. Your internal patch time takes 1 to 2 weeks. So the audit should end about 1 to 2 weeks before launch. which means it should start about 4 to 6 weeks before launch. If you're 6 weeks from launch, audit now. If you're 6 months from launch, wait. Don't burn the audit window early. Quick check-in. You're about halfway through this. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most founders who hire us. Honestly, most never think about this stuff until the audit is happening, when it's too late to change anything. The next 3 minutes are where I'll save you the most money. Stay with me. When do you need multiple audits? 3 situations. These are easy to miss, so pay attention. 1. Major architecture changes. If you upgrade a core contract, change your access control model, or migrate to a new chain, you re-audit. Always. 2. Adding new attack surface. If you ship a new feature that handles funds in a way your original audit didn't cover, you re-audit that piece. Doesn't have to be a full audit. Can be scoped to just the new feature. 3. After a hack of a similar protocol. If a competitor gets exploited via a pattern you also have, re-audit that area immediately. The cost of one focused audit is far less than the cost of getting hacked by the same vector. Quick pause. If this video is genuinely changing how you're going to approach your next audit, do me one small favor, hit subscribe. I make videos like this every couple of weeks, all from the auditor side of the table. The next one is the one investors care about most. Back to it. Let me wrap this up with the most common objection I hear. Carlos, this all sounds great, but I just can't afford an audit right now. Look, I hear that constantly, and it's almost always the wrong reason to delay. If cost is the only thing standing between your protocol and a proper security review, we built something for you. Zealynx Audit Grants. We cover anywhere from 25% to 100% of the audit costs. The grant amount depends on a simple points-based system. Use our AI auditor agent. Complete a couple of our academy modules. Share your security work publicly. The more points you stack, the bigger your grant. Check it out at grants.zealynx.io. There's no good reason cost should be the thing keeping you from launching safely. There are real options out there. Use them. One last thing before I let you go. If you're trying to figure out the right audit timing for your protocol, go to zealynx.io. Click Request Audit. Tell us about your project. You'll get a proposal back within 48 hours with a clear scope, a realistic timeline, and a launch window-aware schedule. And if cost is your blocker, grants.zealynx.io. Take the points test, see where you land. Next video, the one investors actually want to see in your audit report. There's a specific thing VCs are now asking for that most founders don't know about, and missing it is costing them funding rounds. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the moment, so that one lands in your feed the day it drops. See you there.